welcome back to Building with the Boys. Sorry there was no catch-up last week. I've been ill. I got the vid, which is what all the cool kids are calling it. I had the COVID, I still kind of got it. I'm over it now. I'm not really... I've got the echoes of it, you know. It sucks, but it is what it is. So it's been really slow traffic on the channel. It's upped massively because I'm so far behind with everything. I've had to kind of power through it. So got a lot of Dizzy Doll's House done. Got a lot of Tumblr done. Regards to Tumblr. Oh man, I've got some Tumblr in front of me. So there's some Tumblr. A lot of people are quite upset with Tumblr at the moment because it's just wires. But look, you don't pay for the, you know, you're not paying for each individual issue. I know you think you are, but you're not. You're paying in total for the whole thing. So you're gonna get big bits, you're gonna get little bits. It's just the way it is. Has the Tumblr been underwhelming up to now? Yeah, kind of. But I mean, it is ultimately, it's going to make a bloody Tumblr. So just keep the faith, man. I mean, ultimately, you're going to end up with a great big sexy Tumblr. That's what's going to happen. So, you know, don't freak out too much just yet. It's okay. It's all going to be all right. We will have a lovely Tumblr. So I'm so far behind. I've got 10 issues of the Gauntlet to do. 10. So we will be powering through those this weekend, hopefully. I've got another 4 Disney Doll's House to do, but that's it, then I'm caught up. So it's not so bad. It's not so bad. We're getting there. I say I'm caught up. I've still got to finish Ecto 1. I can't bring myself to do it. It's really weird, isn't it? But I think once it's done, and it represents a kind of, I don't know, a very strange period of my life. So I just haven't got the heart to finish it, but I will, because my display case is ready. I am going to get it this week. So hopefully this weekend I'm going to pick that up. So I'm about to show the display case. Now, the same people that are making the display case are also working on kits as well. So you know, a flat pack case. And that's because friends of the channel are saying to me, can they ship one over here? Can they ship one over there? Yes, they can. So we can definitely do that. I will have all the price details and whatnot for you. And they look lovely. Invisible seams. So there's no... You can't see any seams. And that works for the kit as well, so it'll be very nice. But I'll be a big boy. It's time to put on big boy pants on and finish Ecto 1. I will finish Ecto 1 and shed a tear for it, I think. But that's going to happen. Then I can put it in the case and it'll look lovely. So my doll's house, which currently lives over there on the table, won't be living over there anymore. The case is going to go on there with Ecto 1 in it. So I've got to find somewhere else for the doll's house to go. It used to sit up there where the train station is, but it can't now. It's just got too big, so I can't keep putting it up there and whatnot. And it's just a whole thing. So it is what it is. New model news. Okay, so you think I'm going to talk about the one everyone knows about, but I'm not. I am going to come to that one shortly. But new model news. U-Gears, who make wooden models, similar to Roker. U-Gears make wooden models, but unlike Roker, they have licensed Harry Potter. So they have the actual official license for Harry Potter, and they've got a brand new model that's just about to be released on pre-order at the moment. Now, if you've seen the Roker pinball machine, it's got a circus theme to it. It's very lovely. Well, U-Gears has said, hold my beer, or hold my gear, if you will, and said, you know what? You like the pinball machine they've done? We'll do a pinball machine. We'll do a Harry Potter themed pinball machine. So U-Gears have got a Quidditch themed pinball machine. Check it out. The U-Gears Quidditch pinball machine. How nice is that? I'd go as far as to call it, well, if I can show you, I'd say it's a beautiful thing. So why fight it? A lot of people have said, have you realised how often you say it's a beautiful thing? And I hadn't until they pointed it out. And I'm like, oh, I do say that a lot, don't I? So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. So I've got the sign that's going up on the wall behind me at some point. Why fight it? It's a beautiful thing, you know. The other one we've got to talk about, obviously, is it launched today. It actually launched at New York Comic Con. So if you're lucky enough to be at New York Comic Con over the next few days, you can see the full version of this. But this has now gone live at Fan Home. Check it out. E.T. Now, he did the rounds in France last year. They did a trial of him and they built bits of him, but they have made a lot of changes to the model since the trial version versus this one now. And it looks really good. I mean, it looks really good. Whether or not the one you're going to build is going to look like that, I don't know, but it looks really good. Now, one of the unique things in him is he's got sensors inside of him. So rather than press buttons, you can work him by a remote. You can wave your arm above his arm and he will touch the fingers. And there are little things where if you wave in front of him, he'll move in different ways. He has full eye control, mouth control. He talks. The heart lights up. The head will lift up and down on the neck. The finger lights up. It's a gorgeous thing. It really is. He is available for pre-order now. Now, be aware, he's bloody expensive because you're going to get a lot of parts very quickly. So he's an 18-month build as opposed to a 2-year build. It's 110 parts to build ET, but you get your normal kind of introductory price of $1.99 for the first 2. Then the first 2 deliveries, you get 3 parts in each. Then everyone after that, every month, you'll get 6 parts a month. So he's going to cost you... let me see if I can figure this one out. He's going to cost you 70 quid a month. That's what it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you 70 quid a month to build ET over 18 months. So he balances out the same price as all the other models. It's just you'll get a lot more each month. You get 6 parts of ET each month. Now, having seen the trailers and whatnot, my concern was, is he going to have loads of joints because you're going to put all this skin over him? Well, no, apparently not. If you actually look at the video and you see how he's built, I think he's going to be quite light. So you're going to have a frame in the middle. So he isn't like a skeleton like that all this attaches to. There'll be a frame in the middle. And then I think those are going to be hard plastic. I don't think they're going to be... They might be, I don't know. But he'll be quite hollow. So the actual frame is in the centre. Then he'll be quite hollow. They clip on either side of him. So he looks good. He looks really good. There is, of course, a premium option of a premium stand. And that looks like this. Extra quid in issue. I don't think you need it, to be honest with you. But if you want it, you can get it. If you pay by PayPal, you can get a 6-inch figurine of E.T. You also get a mug, posters, tin sign, and something else. But I'll be buggered if I can think what it is. Mug, poster, tin sign. There is something else. There is a 4th gift. I can't remember what it is. But it's nice. In fact, I'd go as far as say that E.T. It's a beautiful thing. So it's really nice. And I'd love to build him, but I can't. And the reason why I can't is because I'm at capacity. I'm at budget. I just can't. Fan Home just need to ease off that gas a little bit because it's like, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. And it's like, who can do all of these? No one. So it's I would really, really, really like to build that ET though. Now I have heard people say this is a bit of a weird choice. Why? Why is ET a weird choice? I don't think ET is even slightly a weird choice. If you look at it, it's like, right, okay, so what is one of the highest grossing sci-fi films of all time? E.T. So it makes perfect sense. I think you're only going to find it weird if you're not of my generation. If you are of my generation, if you're Generation X, it's a complete no-brainer they do E.T. And it's the same thing with the Mad Max car. A lot of people, why Mad Max? I'm like, Mad Max was huge. I mean, honestly, the fan base of Mad Max is insane. So Mad Max is a big one for a lot of people. So no, this makes perfect sense to me. E.T. I think makes absolutely perfect sense. And if that model does what it does in the videos, it's a beautiful thing. It genuinely is, because he looks so animated. I'd say he's closer to R2-D2 than he is to the Terminator and the Batman and the Alien builds. I'd say because of the sort of mechanics inside of him, he is far closer to being a robot than he is to being a figure. And I think it's gorgeous. I think it's really nice, and I would love to build that one, but I can't. At the moment, I've got to be realistic with budget and what I'm doing and where I'm going to put one. So I don't know, but I would really like to build E.T. Do you know what E.T. is short for? Because he's got little legs. Hey, there's an E.T. joke for you. But it's really nice, and he is live to pre-order now, but he's not going to start shipping until December. So you can pre-order him now, but they don't begin shipping until December. So who knows? We'll see what happens come December. If the Lancaster Bombers release, which I definitely want to get, and they've changed it and I hate it, well, I'll build E.T. So we'll see what happens with that one. there's so much going on at the moment with the channel and life and everything. And I've got 4 builds coming up. So you would have seen I did a couple of paid promotions on my channel. I did the hunting cabin, which you can see just over here at the moment, is rest on top of the doll's house. And I also built the money tree. Now you can't see the money tree because the money tree is actually on my desk at work, and quite a lot of people like it. It's been there for ages because I built the money tree like 6 weeks ago, but couldn't show it to you until this week. So the money tree's done, the hunting cabin's done, but I have got 4 more secret builds coming up. Now, 2 of them I can kind of tell you what they are. So I've got 2 more steampunk kits coming, which go with the train station. So I've got 2 very nice steampunk kits coming. I won't tell you exactly what they are, but when you see them, they're going to be really nice. The other 2, I can't tell you what they are, but I can kind of tell you what they are. So rather than use the dingbats that everyone... Well, none of you got the one that I did for the Hunter's cabin. So there were the 3 pictures and people were like, I don't know what this is. Well, the one picture was Hunter Hurst Helmsley. The second picture was a cab. And the third picture was an inn. Hunter's Cabin. That's what it was. So no one got that one. I went too hard on that one. So this one, what I'll tell you, is I am building a version of something I've already built on the channel. Okay, but it's a different version of it. It's a very different version of it. But I've already built one before. I'm building a new version of it. Very, very different version, but it is the same thing. So you can try and figure out what that one is. And the other one, not a paid promotion. The other one is just something I've got coming that I've never seen anyone build on the channel before. And I thought, I'm going for that one. I quite like that. But I can't tell you what it is, but you'll like it. Because if you like the best ones and you don't ask questions, well, brother, I'm your man. Figure that one out. So we got some good stuff coming up. What have we been watching? So on the channel, me and the kid have been watching a lot because we were ill. So I binged the entirety of Ted Lasso, and I really enjoyed it. If you've never seen Ted Lasso on Apple, it's really good. I'm not a football fan by any means, but I absolutely love Ted Lasso. I thought it was fantastic. Film-wise, we've watched a bunch of horror movies. With Halloween coming up, we've been consuming horror movies. We watched the original Halloween. We watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I don't know if you've ever seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but if you watch it, you can't be mad at it because you chose to watch a film called Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You can't then sit there going, this is ridiculous. Well, of course it is. It's called Killer Clowns from Outer Space. But for its camping kitsch value, we really liked it. And it's actually got, believe it or not, a video game coming out the next month. I'm like, wow, that's incredibly retro. So we watched that. We've seen so many movies. I watched the new version of Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Now, they had the daggers out for it at the box office, but I liked it. I thought it was good. If you got Disney Plus, check out the Haunted Mansion. It's quite nice. If you got kids this Halloween and you want something that's kind of spooky, but it's not going to give them nightmares, Haunted Mansion's it. I think it's a really good movie. And whilst we're on the subject of that, if you have got kids and you want to show them something at Halloween, my recommendations are Hocus Pocus is an obvious. So go for Hocus Pocus. Another good one is The Haunted Mansion. The best entry-level horror film I can think of. So if you've got kids that are kind of young teens, you don't want to scare the living crap out of them, but you want them to go a little bit darker than they'd normally go. I would advise Trick or Treat, which is fantastic, or The Lost Boys, because I think those are very entry-level horror movies. Don't go for It, for Christ's sake. Go for something it's almost a teen movie, but it's got a little bit of gore in it. That's what I'd go for. We will have adult recommendations for Halloween coming up. And the other thing we'll have coming up on the channel starting next week is last year we did Spooky Tales from Building with the Boys. We'll be doing Spooky Tales from Building with the Boys again this year. In the build-up to Halloween. So the end of next week, you'll get the first one of those. They're not for everybody, but I mean, if you like to hear a weird tale, I'll tell you some weird tales, and we've got some good ones coming up. We've got one coming up. So one of the spooky tales involves an experiment, which I'm going to urge you not to do, right? So for people that don't watch the weekly catch-up, they'll never see this. If they stumble across that, they'll get the warning. But I'm telling you, don't do it, right? Because it sounds like, ooh, nothing good comes from it, right? It doesn't. I don't believe in the supernatural at all, right? There is no, I just don't have it. It's not, there's nothing. I believe in nothing, right? I am quite nihilistic. I don't believe. But There is an experiment that is involved in one of these stories I'm going to tell you that you can do at home. And in order for me to tell you about it, I have to tell you what the experiment is. You'll be tempted to try it. Don't try it, right? It's just horrible. That's all it is. It's just horrible. It's not a nice experience. It's bloody horrible. But I warned you, and I've warned you. We have got loads coming up on the channel. Absolutely loads and loads and loads and loads. Because I've got so much to do, I really do. So we've got all the kind of mystery builds coming up. I've still got my mystery book nook coming up as well. We have got more Dizzy Doll's House. We have got tons of Gauntlet to do. By the time we've done all that, Titanic will be back. So it's a lot, man. It's a hell of a lot. Titanic's looking amazing now as well. Titanic's looking really, really nice. And I'm very eager to put some more hull in that and start putting that one to bed. But gorgeous, beautiful thing, really is. I will bring you more news as and when we get it. And I think at some point we'll do a roundup of where we are on everything, because everything's all over the place. It really is. I want to say a big thank you to a lot of our regular viewers. I want to say a big thank you to everybody who's been messaging. I had a lot of get well messages. Thank you very much. It was very kind of you. And it's been a very tough week, because I mean, I can tell you now, because we're coming toward the end of the video. But I didn't want to say it at the start of the video, but sadly I lost a friend on Saturday. And I only found out today because my friend lives in America. The other part of this is I've never met him. We have played online gaming together for the past 6 years, and there's a bunch of us. And I've spoken to him pretty much every day for 6 years. And found out Saturday he'd passed away. And I noticed when, I hadn't seen him or heard from him in a while, and tried checking in with him, no answer. And then we found out that sadly he'd passed. So I found out whilst I was at work. So just kind of had to suck it up and get on with the day, because I had a lot to do. And then whilst walking home, it hit me like a ton of bricks and I bawled my eyes out. I miss him. I will miss him every single day. And it's going to be weird not talking to him every day. But this was my friend. This is Anthony, who we knew lovingly as Mr. Mongo, but he was a true gent, and this is him, and may he rest in peace. I love you and I miss you, brother. I really will. The reason why I bring that up is because, again, we are coming toward November. November is Mental Health Awareness Month, particularly for men as well. So we have International Men's Day in November, where we talk men's mental health. And again, I wish he'd spoken more. I really do, because maybe he would have got the hospital help that he needed if he wasn't being all man about it. And it's one of those strange things to explain to people that are outside of this kind of realm. I mean, we are kind of online people, right? So there's a lot of you I've never met. And there's a lot of you I maybe never will met, but I'd miss the hell out if you weren't here. And that's the way it is. I think we adopt this. The world's very different now. So we have friendships where we don't have to be, next to each other to be friends. We have people that we check in on. I try and swing by everybody's live streams wherever I can, just say hi, just say, hey, how is everybody? How are you doing? How's your day? How are things? And it's across the board. And these are people that I probably will never meet. But I'd be ever so sad if all of a sudden the email stopped, or I didn't see them anymore online. And it's that. I think a lot of you can relate to that we have these friends all over the world, that we'd be ever so sad if they weren't there. And I would with a lot of you. There's a lot of you, exactly who you are. I don't need to say who you are. You know who you are. Yeah. If you ever need to talk, I mean it, and we'll go more into this through Men's Mental Health Month and Mental Health Month in general. If you ever need to talk, I do mean it. You can contact me at billwiththeboys@outlook.com, and we can talk, right? We don't have to talk about anything, and this is the beauty part of it. So you don't have to say, I ain't doing so great. Sometimes it's nice just to talk. I just want the distraction. So if you want to message me and just talk, we can talk, because I would so much rather listen to your problems than read your obituary. I really would. So you can talk. You can always reach out. You can always talk. And that goes for everybody. It really does. I'm happy to talk to everybody, because it is wildly important that we talk. Sorry to get all hot and heavy with you there, but that's it's important that it's said, because I'd miss you if you weren't here. That's about all from me. I will be back really soon because I have to get through this massive backlog of stuff that I've got. I'm sure I've missed something out. I'm sure I have. But I'll be back very soon with more from Building the Boys, more new models as well, because I know more is coming. So I'll be back to talk about those as well. In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. And please remember, talk if you need to, but we'll go more into that next month. You can contact us at Building the Boys at outlook.com. Morning, noon, or night, we'll respond. Take care. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you very, very soon for more fun and games from Building the Boys. I'll see you then.